Good afternoon, everybody. Well, almost good evening here. Right now it's actually 3:22 p.m. here at local time. I just picked up a load here in Mascoutah, Illinois, down on 64 exit 23, and basically taking a load up to Champaign, Illinois. It's only like 170 miles loaded, and then I have a second drop somewhere in Indiana, also like 170 miles away from my first drop. But basically, that's the scenario for now. This is kind of like a holiday load, as I'm sure not a lot of people want to go ahead and drive. A lot of people are off, so they're, home over the weekend and, spending time with their families, etc., etc. My plan is to be back tomorrow by evening, so I'll be fine as far as that goes. But yeah, this load kind of showed up, and we just kind of jumped on it. So I'm going to do this. I'm driving some berries. It's 5 pallets of berries. I sometimes look at these loads and I look at the amount of money that they're paying for these loads versus the goods that I'm driving, and it doesn't make sense to me. But they're paying, we're delivering. That's all that matters. We don't question if it makes sense to them or not. We get paid, and that's what we do. But anyways, essentially what I wanted to make this video about, since I'm driving anyways, and I'm just kind of talking here. First and foremost, I kind of wanted to, I guess, reintroduce myself, just because I noticed a lot of people in the comments are talking about, like, if you could tell us about yourself. And there's a lot of reoccurring questions within the comment sections that are being asked by a lot of people, or even, I don't want to say complaints, but it's the things that people don't like about the videos. So I wanted to kind of address some of those things. So first, about myself. Obviously, channel name OTRookie, and I say OTRookie, but it doesn't have two R's, but that's how I say it. OTRookie with one R. And I mean, if you're a truck driver, you probably know what it means. But essentially, if you're not, it means over the road rookie, as over the road truck driver, but rookie truck driver. And essentially, that's the channel name. My name is Rasim, which is Rasim. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and my company is out of St. Louis, Missouri. And basically, I've been living in St. Louis for 8, 9 years. I came to the States in about 2009. So that's kind of my background a little bit there. I don't want to get too personal with these things, but as far as that goes. So those were the questions that people were asking. As far as trucking goes, I've been driving since May of this year. I really went a lot with my girlfriend's dad before I started driving by myself. I probably went for like 6 months with him on the road and just kind of drove and learned things. So how is what done? So if you want to look at it from that perspective, I've been driving for almost a year. But you know, I think the whole purpose of my channel, and there's gonna be a lot of people like, oh, you don't know this, you don't know that. I don't. You're right, and that's my whole purpose of the channel. My whole point of this channel is to let other people know, like myself, that are entering this industry, and to explain them, like, hey, this is what it's like. These are the obstacles that you're gonna come through, and you're not gonna be comfortable with every single thing that you come across, and essentially you're going to struggle. You're going to have struggles. You're going to have times where you're going to struggle backing in. You're going to have times where things are going to go wrong and you're not going to know how to fix it, etc., etc. And my channel is here to kind of help them, understand that it's okay. Everybody goes through these things. I understand there's individuals who say they never hit anything. They were always perfect. The minute they sat in the truck, they knew how to drive everything. Great. Amazing for you. I'm really happy for you. But for those of us who are not, God sent or whatever you want to call it, it's okay. As long as you are willing to admit your mistake and you know where to go ahead and fix it, it's all right. It's a process. Every day is a process, and every day you're going to get better. I'm still not great at parking, as you've seen in some of my videos. I'm still not great in all of this, but it's all gonna come with time and experience. And that's kind of the whole point of all of this is understand it's all right. So, when people comment like you don't know this, you don't know that, I'm aware of that. That's why I am telling you that I am not good with this, or I'm saying, I struggled parking because I'm still learning. It's a process. But yeah, that's kind of what goes along with that. And then I wanted to address some of the things that, there's comments that are quite reoccurring on all of these things, such as the music. As far as the music goes, the loudness is pretty reoccurring, and I'm gonna work on that. Myself personally, I don't think it's loud, but again, that's myself. But there's clearly individuals out there who do think it's loud, so I'm gonna work on that. I can change that. As far as the music type itself goes, that's a harder one, just because of the YouTube policies and everything. It's a lot harder to do different types of music. The music that I use is from channels that are no copyright sounds, so those songs I can just use, and I'm not gonna get flagged down on my videos because of them. So there's no violations. As far as music goes, I'm open to anything. I'll listen to things from Eminem, Travis Scott to Linkin Park, Metallica, Three Doors Down. I'm all over the scale. I don't have a certain type of music that I just listen to. Just because I'm using this type of music doesn't mean that's the only type of music that I listen to. I listen to anything. So I'm very open to those things. So if you're watching this and you have ways for me to get different type of music into my videos where I could use it in my videos and not get copyrighted and flagged down, please tell me. And I'll definitely look into it, and I'll try to incorporate different types of music so I can, make more people, I guess, happy and whatever you want to call it. But that's as far as the music goes. And I mean, again, I try my best, but at the end of the day, you just cannot always satisfy every single person. And that's the reality, and that's just the reality of everything, and that's just how it is. But you can always try to satisfy the most. And I definitely look into the comments and you know try to respond to a lot of things. And if I see your comment and I just like it, or like give you thumbs up, it's just letting you know, hey, I'm acknowledging you. But to some of them, I don't know what to say unless you're asking me a question. I probably won't respond. And honestly, I had no idea my channel would be getting this. To me, this is big. This is big to me. To have thousands of views and I think 700 subscribers this fast. It's amazing, and obviously part of that is to thank Mr. John from JBG Travels. He kind of gave me a shout out, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this video are subscribers of his that he sent over to me. And John, you're awesome for that. But uh, besides that, I mean, that's the case with that. So the comments address that, and then truck. We'll talk about the truck. The truck, since that's another comment that's quite asked, the truck is a year 2000 Freightliner, not a Peterbilt. It's a Freightliner Classic XL. It's got a Detroit Series 60 engine. Engine is unfortunately a 2000, so I still have to have E-log, which is what this screen right here is. If you see like numbers on it, that's my electronic logbook. Uh, it's got a 13-speed Eden Fuller, and unfortunately, it's not my truck. It's my girlfriend's dad's truck. He's the owner operator. I'm kind of driving for him in the company, and so I'm not an owner operator. I'm basically like working for an owner operator, kind of like a company driver, if that makes sense. But I mean, he didn't really drive a lot. Let's just put it in a way that if I was not driving this truck would probably be sitting parked somewhere and would not really be driven. He'd drive this truck once in a while where there would be a really good load. He's just kind of done his time in the trucking industry, and you know, he doesn't really want to do it anymore. There's other things in his life that are requiring more attention on his side. But you know, that's as far as the truck goes. And we talked about the comments, we talked about the music. obviously there's always going to be negativity on everything. You know, not everybody's positive, but again, even the negativity I'll take as something positive, and if I can change something that I think is worth changing, I'll do it. And you know, if one person says I hate the music, everybody else is, you know, it's amazing, great. You know, I probably won't change it. But if I'm seeing consistent comments on music, this and that, I'll do it. And then another thing is audio. I believe the audio has been getting better in my recent videos. Whenever I was just starting, it wasn't too great, but I think it's better. And then with this, I'm obviously using the headset, so I believe the audio should be pretty good. But we'll see that. But yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents for the day. I have 114 miles to my first drop, and then we'll do our second drop. My first drop 10 p.m. Hopefully I can empty out early. Second one is at 4 a.m. We got a reefer load. But yeah, that's my 2 cents with everything. I'm sure there's a lot more things that I'll probably think of that I should have talked about after I stop this and I post the video, but it can always be discussed later. But for now, I believe that should do it. I hope everybody's, you know, enjoying my videos and getting something out of it. And you know, if you're not liking it, you know, I mean, I'm sorry. Not everybody's gonna like every single video to post. If you're not finding something helpful, not everybody's gonna find something helpful in every single video. Not every single video is gonna be, you know, targeted towards you or whatever the case may be. But that's what it is. That's kind of what should do it for today. And you know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody that, you know, whatever it is that you celebrate. And all my drivers, stay safe out there, and talk to you guys later.
Hello there, welcome back. Hopefully the audio's good. I know the lighting is not going to be too great, but I mean, don't feel like turning my truck on to get the inverter going and turn on the other light, so we're just using these. But yeah, we're here at the first receiver. I checked in way earlier and they wouldn't let me check in, so I just kind of had to wait. Posted here in the street right next to them. But hey, I think it's important to always get something good out of the bad. So I love deep dish pizza, and I'm in Illinois, and I go to, you know, look up delivery near me, and basically there was Giordano's, so I had to get some. Basically got a deep dish barbecue chicken pizza, Giordano's. If you've never had it, highly recommend it. But yeah, if you're hearing those sounds, that's my diesel heater there, and then my reefer is on. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. Waiting for another hour and a half, and then I'll be able to go check in, hopefully get this out of my trailer fast, and then we're gonna roll out to our second delivery, and we'll call it a day. And talk to you guys later in the next one.